Welcome to Vintage Touch, Decor with Soul. If you're drawn to cozy corners, time-worn elegance, and homes that tell a story, you're in the right place. Today, we're blending lush greenery with soft, shabby elegant charm to create a vintage-inspired cottage retreat that soothes the soul and warms the heart. This serene style is all about harmony, bringing nature indoors with graceful greenery, surrounding yourself with vintage treasures, and choosing pieces that speak to memory and meaning. Whether you're starting fresh or layering onto a beloved home, we'll guide you through every element, step by step. Make sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and share your favorite vintage finds in the comments below. We love hearing how you infuse soul into your home. Now let's begin this beautiful journey into timeless style and gentle cottage serenity. Bringing greenery into your home isn't just about plants, it's about creating a sense of calm and timeless elegance. In a vintage-inspired cottage, greenery softens hard edges and adds gentle life to worn wood, antique finishes, and faded linens. Think trailing vines in ceramic pots, or herbs perched on weathered windowsills. Look for greenery that complements your vintage textures. Ivy, ferns, and eucalyptus pair beautifully with distressed furniture and antique trays. You can even hang wreaths made of dried herbs or place moss in iron urns for that aged garden feel. Just a touch of green can turn a bare corner into a soulful vignette. And don't worry about perfection, this look celebrates imperfections. Let your greenery drape naturally, like it's always belonged there. Whether real or lifelike faux plants, what matters most is how they make you feel, peaceful, nostalgic, and connected to the natural world. Shabby elegant furniture brings timeless grace to a cottage setting. Think pieces that show their age, chipped paint, carved legs, time-worn handles, all speaking to decades of use and love. These aren't just functional items, they're stories in wood and fabric, each one adding soul to your serene retreat. A distressed sideboard, a crackled finish on a writing desk, or a gently curved French armchair with faded upholstery, each adds character. Look for graceful shapes and vintage silhouettes, then pair them with soft linens and delicate florals to evoke an effortlessly romantic, lived-in charm. Don't be afraid to mix eras. Pair a Victorian mirror with a farmhouse table, or an iron bed with a chippy armoire. That eclectic touch is what makes the space feel authentic. Choose pieces you love and let them shine, even in their imperfections. In a vintage-inspired cottage, color tells a story of comfort and ease. Soft whites, muted creams, dusty blues, and gentle greens create a restful foundation. These tones aren't loud or demanding, they whisper warmth and serenity, helping every vintage piece feel like it belongs. Think of nature-inspired shades that feel sun-faded, like they've lived a lifetime bathed in golden light. A pale rose-pink door, a sage-green cabinet, or washed linen curtains in cloud gray. These create a palette that feels calm, aged, and welcoming. It's about subtlety and balance, not boldness. Layering these hues throughout your space adds depth without overwhelming. Use similar tones for walls, furniture, and textiles, then introduce contrast with a rustic wood beam or a dark iron fixture. It's this soft contrast that gives the home soul and keeps the eye wandering gently. Natural light is one of the most powerful tools in creating a cozy vintage cottage feel. It brings out the soft textures of antique furniture, highlights the faded charm of vintage fabrics, and warms up painted finishes with a golden glow. Let the light in, it adds instant serenity. Position your furniture to take advantage of sunlight throughout the day. A reading chair beside a morning-lit window, or a dining nook where sunset pours in. These small decisions create rhythm and emotional connection in your space. Light makes the old feel alive again. Use soft sheers or vintage lace curtains that filter sunlight gently. Skylights or glass-paned doors can also help natural light travel through your rooms. Reflect it with mirrors in aged frames or glossy surfaces like crackled ceramics. Light dances in vintage homes, and you can guide its steps. Bringing the garden indoors is a signature touch in shabby, elegant cottages. Small garden-inspired corners add life, color, and a peaceful rhythm to the space. Think of potted herbs in vintage tins, terracotta planters on windowsills, or dried floral bouquets in aged pitchers. simple moments that reflect a love for nature. You can transform any quiet nook into a green haven. Place a weathered stool with stacked flower pots by a window, or style a garden bench with botanical pillows and an old watering can beside it. These elements evoke the feeling of an indoor greenhouse, wrapped in vintage charm. Even artificial greenery or preserved plants work beautifully when arranged thoughtfully. Choose timeless vessels like enamel basins, galvanized buckets, or chipped ceramic pots. Add botanical prints or pressed flower frames for extra layers. These garden-inspired touches root your home in serenity and timeless grace. Antique floral patterns have a special kind of grace. Whether faded on fabric or painted delicately on old porcelain, they bring a gentle femininity to a space. These florals speak of memory, of love letters, garden walks, and a slower, sweeter time. Their quiet beauty never shouts, but always soothes. You'll find vintage floral touches in many forms: embroidered linens, time-worn wallpapers, or hand-painted dishware. Use them sparingly across the home. A floral pillow here, a delicate tray there, to add charm without overwhelming the eye. Like a bouquet past its prime, there's beauty in the wear. Mixing florals with solid neutrals keeps your decor feeling serene. Choose soft blush, faded blue, or aged cream as your color companions. Layer floral curtains with lace sheers, or display a teacup collection on open shelving. These antique floral touches bring warmth, nostalgia, and a romantic soul to your cottage. Layering cozy textures is key to creating a space that feels lived in and deeply inviting. In a vintage cottage, this could mean time-worn quilts over a linen slip-covered sofa, a braided rag rug underfoot, or velvet cushions stacked casually on an old armchair. It's about depth, softness, and soul. Start with your base. Worn wood floors, faded area rugs, and slip-covered furniture set the stage. Then layer on tactile materials, crochet throws, cable knit blankets, and gently wrinkled cotton. These humble yet comforting layers invite you to slow down, nestle in, and stay a while. Don't worry about perfection. Embrace the charm of slightly rumpled bedding, frayed edges, and sun-faded upholstery. These imperfections tell a story and bring a human touch to your decor. Texture adds richness to your home, and in a vintage cottage, every layer whispers comfort. Shelves are more than storage, they're storytelling surfaces. In a vintage-inspired home, shelf styling is an opportunity to layer meaningful pieces: weathered books, collected teacups, framed botanical prints, and heirloom curiosities. Think of each shelf as a little still life, capturing the soul of your space in simple, sentimental ways. Begin with a mix of heights, shapes, and textures. Place stacked books beside a small floral plate on a stand, add an old clock or candle holder for depth, and tuck in a dried flower bundle or lace scrap. Balance is key, leave breathing space, and group in odd numbers for visual rhythm. Don't be afraid to refresh your shelves with the seasons. Swap in garden trimmings in spring, dried oranges or cinnamon sticks in winter, or a rotating collection of postcards and vintage photos. These small, evolving displays keep your home feeling alive and ever connected to time and memory. Framed art in a vintage-inspired home isn't just about decoration, it's about emotion. From pastoral landscapes to faded floral prints and nostalgic portraits, rustic frames elevate even the simplest images into heirlooms. Look for artwork that feels personal and time-worn, as though it's been passed down for generations. Choose wooden frames with distressed finishes. Cracks, peeling paint, and patina are welcome here. Gilded edges, chipped corners, or old glass add layers of visual interest and authenticity. Group smaller frames in a gallery wall, or let a single large piece make a quiet, powerful statement above a mantel. The beauty lies in the contrast between art and frame. Pair an old botanical sketch with a rustic frame, or place a vintage oil portrait in a chipped Baroque setting. These pieces anchor your cottage decor, adding depth, elegance, and a sense of timeless storytelling to your walls. There's nothing quite as heartwarming as handmade details in a vintage home. DIY touches bring a layer of authenticity that no store-bought item can match. From hand-stitched linens to repurposed jars as candle holders, these projects infuse your space with your story, and a sense of love in every corner. Start with simple crafts. Sew a set of linen napkins with embroidered edges, decoupage vintage sheet music onto wooden trays, or stencil florals on plain drawers. These gentle, time-honored crafts don't just add beauty, they reconnect us to slower, more intentional ways of living. Incorporate nature, too. Press flowers into glass frames, paint pebbles with soft pastels, or create a dried herb bundle to hang in your kitchen. These humble additions help blend your home with the seasons while keeping your space grounded in simplicity, memory, and heartfelt creativity. As we close this tranquil tour through greenery and vintage cottage charm, remember that your home should always reflect your soul. Whether it's a soft floral print, a hand-picked wildflower, or a cherished antique, each piece you choose tells a story, yours. Let your decor breathe serenity, comfort, and beauty into your everyday life. Decorating with vintage and shabby cottage style isn't about perfection, it's about presence. It's about honoring the past while making room for the moment. Let chipped paint speak of history, let time-worn fabrics whisper of memories, and let each corner feel like an embrace. This is the essence of soulful living. If you enjoyed this journey through cozy charm and vintage elegance, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to Vintage Touch, Decor with Soul. We'd love to hear your favorite cottage ideas in the comments. Until next time, keep creating spaces that feel like home, filled with love, nostalgia, and timeless beauty.